Hello everybody. So I'm gonna try and make this video as relaxed as I possibly can. This video is really gonna be mostly about beliefs. Um, the reason for that being I came across this evangelistic person in the street. I mean, like, they didn't approach me, which that has happened before. Um, but they were yelling stuff out about fear and judgment, and this is not uncommon for people who preach in the street or all that sort of thing. And it just made me think about how many times that people who do say that they believe in something like Christianity or whatever, particularly of that personality. That's not everybody, that's far from everyone. That's just a particular group of people who preach to the streets and feel like they need to convert people or something. But they're not stopping really to say, hello, how are you? How you going? Like, how's your day? Or you look very tired. Have you had a really long week? Would you like me to buy you a cup of coffee? I mean, that's the kind of thing I think would be really nice. And I never actually, I haven't come from a really religious family. I mean, I was brought up with Christianity, and that's just how it was. But I've done a lot of personal exploration, and what I've come up, at least for myself, is I don't think any of us really know what we're doing. And I guess the reason why I called this video Existential Compartment is I think that too often all sorts of people, like including some atheists, actually like to say, well, this is my beliefs. I'm going to just compartmentalize them, and this is how I feel, and like that's great. But also, I feel like for everyone, there needs to be room to move, and I think the problem happens when you're so sure of what is, I guess, is where I'm coming from. And I guess like I still have some theistic tendencies, meaning I still consider that perhaps there is a higher power, but I don't choose to try and define it or anything like that. And I think it's all beyond us because we're part of this, we're this tiny little part of this huge universe. And it's just so much that we don't know, obviously. So I guess if I'm talking about my personal beliefs, I guess I'm a combination of somewhat agnostic with theistic tendencies, but I don't really talk about it like that these days anyway. I prefer to look at different philosophies, and I love listening to people, especially, well, let me like I need to articulate, well, most people who aren't going to sort of preach at me and say this is the way it is and blah 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 blah. um more people saying, well, this is how I approach my life, and this is my personal faith, and or this is I personally don't believe there is a God, or I personally don't believe that this is like, and then just have a wonderful discussion. And I find that's a lot more conducive to community. So if you feel like sharing, feel free to like feel free. I'm opening up a discussion if you want to have a discussion about what you believe or what you don't believe, or because I think that's wonderful. I think it's opening up the compartment. Stop, trying to pigeonhole. It's like, it's almost, I talk about the vast universe. So, well, there's a vast universe of opinions, and it's really interesting listening to people who just want to share, in my humble opinion. Okay. Lots of love today, and I'll see you tomorrow.